YouTube, what's going on? Chris with Channels, Comics, and Pop Culture. This video today is to talk about Avengers Infinity War. Got my little Iron Man cup. Alright guys, hey. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this is not a review. I'm going to speak about my experience in the movie theater when I went and saw Infinity War. I went to Fairfield, California, Regal Cinemas in their mall, and I brought my kids. It was packed, obviously. It was opening weekend. It was Saturday, I believe, and we went, and I freaking loved the movie. I will be doing a review as well, but right now I just want to talk about what happened. So, when we were watching the movie, there were two males and a female sitting basically like right behind us. My kids were to this side of me and they were right behind them. They were probably somewhere around my age, maybe a little older, mid 30s. I don't know, somewhere around there. Caucasian individuals. The only reason why I describe the color of their skin is because of the events that transpired afterwards. So when I was watching the movie, now I did smell what I thought was alcohol coming from their area. I don't know if they had been drinking. But throughout the movie, the first issue was throughout the movie, they were completely obnoxious. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're watching a movie, you react, you laugh, you cheer. I mean, there's so many emotions that could come out verbally. But this was obnoxious in the sense that they wanted to be the ones that were on stage. And I'm sorry, we don't pay money, good money, to go to the movies and take our family to the movies to hear other people loudly insert their commentary. I don't know if you guys remember, what was it? It was called something theater, where the alien and the robot would sit in the front and they would watch the movie and you'd see their silhouettes and they would like do their commentary. It was like that, but it was loud and obnoxious and they were extremely vulgar. Now, I'm not too, my kids, you know, I don't get too bent up on them hearing cuss words, but I mean, it was just not the place, and it was extremely extreme. So that right there, I just want to say for all you moviegoers, respect the environment. You know, like I said, we didn't pay to see them and hear their, you know, mockery of all the moments in the film, which is what it was. It wasn't even like positive commentary. It was like mocking everything that they had an issue with. Loudly, it wasn't like I heard them whispering. It was like, huh, well, to the effing, huh. Sorry, that's a bad impression, but there was two big things that stuck out that were problematic to me. And the one was every time T'Challa came on screen, and even with some of the other, not too many of the other Wakandan characters had actual lines besides when they all were chanting. But when T'Challa was on screen and whatnot, one of the guys was loudly mocking his African accent. Somewhere in the sense of, and again, I'm sorry if I sound obnoxious doing that, but it was like, you know, like this is like throughout the film. And I just kept looking back like, really? Are you kidding me? And what really sent me over the edge, where I was at a boiling point, was where, and I'm not going to give real spoilers of the film here, but I am going to talk about one part where Bruce Banner was with Shuri, and, you know, her being a scientist in her own right, and, you know, she understands vibranium, and she's their go-to tech person. Well, Banner was there, and we all know that Banner's probably one of the most brilliant scientists within the MCU. And I forget what they were talking about, but they were talking about something on how to, like, defeat something or do something. And she had an answer for it. And Bruce Banner was like, wow. And she was like, what, you didn't think of that before? And it was like comical MCU moment. You know, and it was like, oh, wow, Bruce Banner didn't know something. And like, go Shuri, you know, like, kind of a comical moment where two great minds, but you see this young girl, like, you know, kind of having a victorious moment where like she knew something that Bruce Banner didn't. Obviously, I relate this to the fact that she has vibranium. Bruce Banner doesn't. So it's not even that she's necessarily smarter by thinking this and Bruce Banner not. Bruce Banner didn't have the resources to come to this conclusion. But it was done in a fun way. It wasn't like an extreme or demeaning. It was just a very brief, loose, kind of fun moment where they were playing, the two characters were playing with each other. And in this moment, this individual, extremely loud, and he didn't even have to say words to let me understand what he was saying. And what he was doing that for was to say, yeah, right, some African female is going to outsmart Bruce Banner. All right, guys, I don't, this isn't going to go from this point on, because some of you might be watching this and might be angry like I was, or you guys might be looking at me like, screw you, you know, freaking, I agree, or, you know, why are you even bringing in race and all this stuff? I'm not even going to go the route that maybe some of you think I'm going to go right now. I'm not going to use this as a tool to divide us. That's my whole point. I'm going to use this as a tool to unite us. Because I'm sick of it. I'm sorry, if I wasn't with my kids, I probably would have grabbed that individual and knocked his head against the chair in front of him. I don't play that ish, man. It's disgusting. And again, comic books and superhero movies and this whole genre, there's no room for that. Regardless of your own biases and prejudices, keep it to yourself. Because when we go to that theater, we're a family. And regardless if we like the movie or hate the movie or have problems with certain things in the movie, when we're in that theater, we are a family. And you got to understand that these movies are primarily for kids. And this is the environment that we want for ourselves and our children. Just like when we go into a comic book store. When we go to a comic book store, we're no longer black or white or Muslim or Christian or Democrat or Republican. We're comic book lovers. And we share that bond and we become family. I am so tired. I don't even want, for me guys, I don't even want to know. I don't. Not that I hate that we as a country can't talk about these things. We should be able to talk about them. You should be able to tell me who you voted for. I should be able to tell you who I voted for. You should be able to tell me what God you pray to and what church you go to, and I should be able to tell you mine. And we should be able to get along if those things are different and if we differ. But I don't even want to know anymore because, not that I'm going to be biased against you. I don't want anyone else to start bringing up their biases. Because guess what? I love you for the human being you are. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what God you pray to or what the color of your skin is. You bleed like I bleed. You breathe the same air that I breathe. You hurt. You cry like I do. You feel joy and happiness like I do. And that's all that matters to me. And I am sick and tired of seeing otherwise. I'm sick and tired of grown-ass individuals being childish-ass man-children. And we're trying to raise our own kids. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not righteous, more righteous than anyone else. I make mistakes. Look at this. Look at this. This is this. Fictional superheroes. That is entertainment. And we can't enjoy 2.5 hours without spilling over our hate and our disgust. What would Captain America do? That's what I'm going to go. WWCD. We want to be so righteous in our, whatever it is, in our faith, in our nation, in our morals, in our culture, or whatever it is we think that we represent. Well, who doesn't represent that more than this man right here? And I don't mean Chris Evans. You know who I mean. But he doesn't represent one bias of what it's supposed to mean. He represents all of us. I'm tired of this, guys. I'm sorry I got to come on YouTube and say this. And I'm doing this not to push you guys away. I'm doing this to bring you guys closer so we can hug and get along. This is ridiculous. I feel like what is this platform that I'm dedicating myself to? This isn't like sociology, like, you know, 101 or like human resources 101. This is freaking pop culture comic books. Compassion conquers all, people. I'm tired of it on all sides. And I'm not standing, you know, I know these individuals were white, Caucasian, and they were, you know, being prejudiced towards black folks. But it goes in every direction. You know, whether it's politics, liberal to conservative. I've said this before in a couple of my videos when I felt I needed to bring this stuff up. I'm not standing on one side. I'm not saying this is all white people. Shame on you for doing this. This is anybody that sees themselves in a position to belittle and degrade someone else, whether it's because of the color of their skin or their religion or their political affiliation. You know, if you're sitting there calling conservatives racist just because they're conservatives, you know, same goes for you. If you're sitting there saying that Christians are bad because their God is false or something, same goes to you. It doesn't go just one way. It's all over the place. It don't matter. I'm tired of it from everyone. And everyone's reacting. Everyone's reacting. I stand up for stuff like this. I'm called a liberal snowflake. But when I stand up for, you know, even though when I stand up to say, don't boycott Starbucks because of that situation that happened, which was a horrible situation that shouldn't have happened. But Starbucks, you know, that represents something bigger. Starbucks is a company. I worked for them. They do a lot of good things, especially for minorities in this country. And they offer economic stability and financial resources and free school. So Starbucks, actually, if you want to be anti-big corporation, Starbucks is a great corporation that sets people that have less opportunities up. But when I say something like that, I'm racist. So in 1 minute, I'm defending this, which seems to fit in one box, and I'm a liberal snowflake. And then in the other, because I'm defending something else that goes against some other people's box of how they think, I'm racist. You know, it's ridiculous how we think these days. If everyone is over in a box that's over here. Now, in order to get in this box, you got to check. This is me. Check. I fit in this box. Then everyone else is over here in this box. Nobody's outside of the boxes thinking for themselves. That's what I'm doing. So those of you who watch it, don't pin me in a box. Don't start getting in the comments and calling me an SJW just because I don't want to see people being prejudiced in my movie theater. Because I don't fit in any of those boxes. All right? I'm about love and compassion for everyone. Whether you are a brown-skinned Muslim that prays to Allah, or you are a Southern white American that, that listens to country music and praises Jesus. I don't care. We are human beings all out to enjoy something so pure and simple that should be uniting us instead of tearing us down. So I'm going to leave this video with that. It sucks and it breaks my heart that I have to come out here on YouTube and talk to you viewers in this way because of a few individuals that ruin it for everybody. I love you all. I really do. For who you are. Because you are different than me. And that's what makes us beautiful. As long as you understand compassion and love for everyone else as well. So let's remember that, guys. Again, I'm like, most of us watching this are grown individuals. And a lot of us are raising children. So let's remember that. I'm going to sign out. I appreciate you guys for watching. You have my humility. I hope you took this as just humbling and not, some aggressive finger pointing. I'm trying to say it's like we all got to do better and we all got to work together. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Let's take a deep breath together, end this video, and get back to the things that we love. All right. Till next time, guys.